Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to it. It is indeed Kofifi Sports on Kofifi FM 97.2. It all began. It's a Friday. I'm excited. It is indeed once again Sports Talk with the legendary coach Zeca Marques, former Moraka Swallows coach, former Black Leopards coach, worked at Verts as well. He's here to share his knowledge. We're going to touch on character matters. We're going to touch on what has been happening. We saw the League of Nations taking place. We saw the forms of international teams dipping as well. We're going to look at the new format rather of the UEFA Champions League. We're going to talk about there's just so much to cover. There's also EPL coming up this weekend. I've not been with this gentleman in a very, 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 very long time. He is here today. Looking forward to it. We're going to digest and talk about what is ahead. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching us from Facebook Live, do send in your comments. You can also catch us on Eerste Nasi Television at a later session we've uploaded. Do send in your comments. We really, really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. Hope you had a wonderful Friday. It is spring is in the air. It was a fairly warm day today. I really, really, really thoroughly enjoyed. Hope you did. Coach, are you good? Are you well?
Great, good, healthy.
Yeah, nice.
Grateful.
Nice to have you. Nice to be in your presence again, my good sir.
No, see, it's great to be with you. This is a winning combination, by the way. The energy is power, yeah.
100%, 100%. A beautiful day today. Spring is in the air.
No, I think now it's all systems go for summer.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Last week was I think the last kick of a dying horse.
I think so too.
But now it's all systems go. I mean, we need it. We need because it does help. It does have a positive impact in our mind.
Of course.
People are more outgoing. People do things. There's more activity.
Yeah. True. So, which is good. The country's happy.
Yeah, absolutely. The Springboks won. Everyone's happy.
Don't even. But there's something good that the Springboks are doing here, coach. I don't know what it is, eh? Like who beats New Zealand 4 times in a row?
You know, when you have a process, when you have a coach with a vision that knows what he's doing, the secret is the vision. And the difficult part sometimes for a coach is people don't see his vision. Because a vision is seeing without your eyes.
100%.
And I can't see without what you're thinking. That's why visionary is very difficult. So when Rassi came on board, he had the vision, he had the plan, he worked it. In the beginning, he was criticized because these things are not overnight. It takes time. There's not a kayak. Kayak turns on the spot.
Yeah.
It's like an ocean liner. Takes a while to turn, and people don't understand the concepts of these situations. But now he's got it right. He's got the players buy-in. He's got the respect. We've won the World Cup. We beat New Zealand 4 times.
Who does that?
Are you crazy?
Are you kidding me?
Who
does that?
And convincingly with good performances.
Yeah.
That's the keynote here. So everyone is up. And I keep saying that when a national team wins, it's a positive impact on the economy.
100%.
People are more upbeat.
100%.
So that's the power that the Springboks are having at the moment on the country.
Well said. He's spoken like a true sports philosopher, not just a football philosopher, a sports philosopher. But the principles are the same, coach.
Yeah. No, it's exactly the same.
The principles are the same.
Yeah, the principles are the same. Sports, business, football, why, doesn't matter. The principles are the same.
Could you just touch on something interesting? We were going to touch on it now that we are here already. I sent a lot of, as you speak and explain about Rassi, I sense a lot of caring. I sense a lot of respect in that camp. I want us to touch on that just for today. The caring and respect out of the pillars, you know. I sense a lot of caring and respect in that camp, coach. Coach, can you just tell us, based on your research and what you've been sharing with us the past few weeks, what does caring and respect do? Let's first start let's just use a practical example in Rassi's camp, then we'll move on to the corporate world as well. What does caring and respect do in Rassi's camp as we speak? Because I sense a lot of that.
Let me tell you something. If you want to be a leader,
yes, sir,
of the next level, and you want to connect with people, and you want to have a long-term healthy relationship where people believe in you, they trust you, and they respect you,
yes, sir,
starts by caring. Nothing else.
When you say caring for others, caring for yourself, caring for...
Firstly, you got to care about yourself.
Of course.
It's called self-care.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I cannot care about you if I don't care about myself, because my self-esteem will be affected.
100%.
My mental health will be affected. The way I present myself will be affected. So I've got to care about myself. I've got to look after myself first. I can only help you if I help myself. You know, it's an interesting concept. When you go on a ship,
yes, sir,
and the ship sinks, they tell you save yourself first Because if you save yourself first, you can save someone else.
Good one. And it's so true, eh?
Yeah. Can't help someone else if I'm drowning.
Yeah.
So save yourself first. Look after yourself. Take care of yourself, mentally and physically. Then you'll see there's a change in the mindset. There's definitely a big change in the mindset. It's a swing. Okay. So once you understand these dynamics, and Rassi is the epitome of that, of that leadership, caring leadership. That's what he does. Once the players know he cares about them, of course you're going to play for me.
Of course, true.
Of course you're going to create an environment where it's a healthy environment, where there's transparency. And I've watched some of his, and if you look at Rassi, he's a down-to-earth guy. He's not hiding behind
No,
any shield.
definitely not. Yeah, true.
You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
genuine.
yeah. True.
We talk about authenticity. He's an authentic person, and authenticity comes through caring.
Food for thought.
Yeah. So once you got that environment in your team, and the players know that this guy cares about me, of course he's going to play. Because it's the emotional connection. That's the key to the heart of the other person. If you want to conquer people as leaders, you need to connect. And how do you connect? Caring, empathy.
Sure.
Once you get that right, believe in me, the results will come. You don't need to have the most talented players, but you need the players that are connected to you.
And coach, you just mentioned that term now, empathy. So coach, how do you balance the two? Because sometimes you can show a lot of, you can be too sensitive and people take advantage of you, and sometimes you cannot be caring and be harsh, and still it's wrong as well. So how do you get the balance when you use the word empathy? Where do you draw the line?
You just have to be genuine all the time, and realize that your actions and your thoughts are real, and the other person will start respecting you for that, because that comes through a process down the line. And then once people know that you're an authentic person, once they know you care, they won't take advantage of you.
Of course.
And it is put this way, good nature is not a sign of weakness. Good nature is just a sign of good heart.
Wow, that's a good one, hey?
It's
Good
not a
nature
sign
is a
of-
sign of a good heart.
Yes, it's not a sign of weakness.
Sure.
And I always used to say this, don't take me for granted because I'm a good-natured person.
Yeah.
Because when I turn, I always talk about, if the lion is sleeping, let him sleep. Don't awaken up the sleeping lion.
Yeah.
Respect that. Appreciate that. Appreciate with people that care for you and work with them, rather. And this is where the caring comes in. So Rassi's success, and you can see it, you know, the players are free. You can see there's an environment where everyone is free. There's laughter. They laugh, they joke, they have fun. But the minute they get on the field, it's showtime.
And coach, when you say that, I've even seen documentaries, I've seen snippets of them in the dressing room. He says, on scan FN, Van, and he curses, and he's so passionate, but he also smiles at the same time. So he's got a lot of emotional intelligence.
Absolutely. You don't have to be a dictator. Those days are over. They're outdated. Dictatorship is over. In actual fact, look at history. All the dictators fall.
True.
Sooner or later, they fall.
True.
There's a timeline on all of them.
True.
Africa is the best example of that.
True.
South America has lots of good examples. Europe as well. And in actual fact, look at history. There hasn't been one dictator that has outlasted people. They either get thrown off the throne, they get killed, assassinated, whatever. They'd never last.
100%.
Dictatorship mentality is over. The new world, the new way is empathy and caring, leadership.
Wow.
And that's where it comes. So it's about being kind, compassion, which we forget sometimes. We need to be compassionate to other people, show that we care. That's where these things, and that's why Rassi is the next level at the moment as far as leadership is concerned. That is the next level skills in leadership.
True. And coach, as we move it to the corporate world, I'm still on caring. So I'm a manager, I'm a leader, whatever I am at the company organization, and here's this employee. He's always got excuses, always late, and but I must show compassion and kindness. I ask again, but where do I draw the line? When do I say, hey dude, now you're pushing it? At the same time, I also need to win them over.
Yes, that's a very good question, because that is exactly what happens in the corporate world every day. And in the football world and in sports, by
Yes,
the way,
sir.
the difference is you got to find out what the problems are. Are they a problem person or do they have a problem? Those are the two. If they're a problem person and they become the weakest link, if they're part of that 10% in your corporation that are the weakest link and they're draining you, fire.
But where's the compassion and kindness?
No,
then?
that's the 10%. You can't have. No.
I get it. No, it makes sense.
So you break it down, 90% and 10%. If that person is in the group of the 10%, what I call bad apples, go.
Which they'll always be there.
They'll always
Whether
be.
it's in sports or in corporate,
Exactly.
in a school class,
Yes.
you'll always.
Yes. That 10%, if he's in that category, fire. Because he's the problem child. He doesn't have a problem. He's the problem. But before you get there, you got to find out. You got to interact. You got to talk. You got to do a bit of what I call therapy. Ask the
100%.
questions. Ask the
100%.
questions. Sia, why do you continuously come late? Sia, why do you do this? Why? And then once you give me the answers, I can put you in a bad apple category, or you know what? You just don't care. You don't care.
There's a difference, eh?
So if you don't care, you fall in this 10% category, fire. Because what happens, the bad apple mentality is going to drain everyone. It's going to suck people towards you. It's going to create a toxic environment. No one wants to be around people with negative attitude.
Of course.
So people in that group, in that corporate mentality, will start phoning in and saying, I'm feeling sick today, I'm not in the mood. Because they're going to go into an environment where the bad apple, the 10%er, is draining everyone. So how do you sort it out? Fire. Because it doesn't want to change. There are people that don't want to change. There are people that just want to be rebels. But you can't accommodate them. And that's what, if we look at the Springboks, they're a perfect example. Everyone there has got the right mentality.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you don't fit in with this culture, you create the culture. If you don't fit in with this culture, you go.
Sure.
Because it affects everyone else. It affects the bottom line. It affects the business. It affects other people's salaries. And salaries is family environment. So why must I allow one person to toxify the environment?
Wow.
He must go. He must go. That's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
You have compassion, you work with them as much as you can, but then you draw the line. You can't carry on dragging people that don't want to help you.
For the sake of the organization or of the club or whatever.
It's exactly. That's where leadership comes in. Doesn't mean to say that you got to keep them there. No. That's where you draw the line. I've done my bit. I've shown you that I care. I've shown you I have empathy. I've shown you I have compassion. But it's not in you. I can't keep in my environment. Sorry, you got to go.
So, Coach, as we are about to move on to the next aspect of the conversation, so in summary, when it comes to caring, or not just in caring, but I just learned something now that in every organization where you go, there'll always be the 90% that's willing to work, and there'll always be a 10%. It can never be 100%. In any it seldomly happens.
The secret, is to weed out those 10%ers and bring in the better ones, so that your percentages increases to 95s and so on.
Wow, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So eventually, by weeding out, so what do you do in your garden? You go into your garden, you look and you see weeds. What do you do with those weeds?
Cut them out.
Cut them out. Gone. So that the others flourish. Eventually, all the flowers around it are blossoming. They're flourishing because the weeds are out.
True.
You weed out the weeds. That's why it's called weeding out the weeds. You weed them out so that your percentages increase. So you get to the 95 to 98. And then you're going to have the odd one out there. But then it's easy to control one person.
True. Unlike if they're a group, eh?
Unlike if they're a group. Because if they're 10%, if you've got 100 people working and you've got 10 guys there, well, you know you got a problem.
Yeah.
Because those 10 will toxify everyone else. Your environment will become contaminated.
Contaminated, that's the word, yeah.
So, how do you do it? Detoxify. Get rid of people. Bring in the right people with the right approach. And this is why I don't believe in CVs so much.
Sure.
So when I look at footballers, they bring me the CV. I don't care about their CV. I care about their character. I care about their history, their reputation.
Just as a teaching interesting point, Coach, these days players come with CVs?
Yeah, most of them will pop in if you don't know them. If you know them, they don't need a CV.
So your CV will just say, I played this and this at this year.
If he's unknown.
Oh.
If he's unknown, he's starting his career and he'll come with a CV that says he was the top goal scorer in the primary school and things like that. Played for the Hollywood's team and whatever, if they're unknown. But the ones that you know, you don't need CVs.
Of course.
There you just need a character check. Character check is more important. So I always look at, I don't care if he was a top goal scorer at whatever club he was. Maybe they tolerated all this nonsense. I don't want him here. I'd rather have him in the opposition. Same thing in the corporate world. Put those bad apples in the other companies. Let them go and destroy your opposition, your competition. And let's build a company where it's made with people that are competent, with good character and good approach and good attitude at the end of the day. And that's why I talk about grateful as well.
Be grateful.
Be grateful. Be grateful for what we have, for who we are. Wake up in the morning and if you're healthy, be grateful. If you see the sun shining, be helpful. Be grateful. Instead of just complaining all the time. Go to your job. Be grateful that you have a job. Someone's given an opportunity. Be grateful for that. Just do your bit. That's why when you talk about caring, why should I accommodate you? I'm trying to be decent to you and you're not being accommodating.
True.
You're not doing your part. True. In the world that we live in, it's 50-50. Everything we do is 50-50. I'm here now chatting with you. I do my bit, you do your bit. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
You got to bring your part. If you don't bring your part, well, it's a one-sided affair. Then it starts what? You start what I call, I forgot the word, but sabotaging. I've talked about the word so many times, I even forget it myself. Start sabotaging the process. And that's what happens when people don't care in the work environment. It's what happens when people don't have compassion for each other as colleagues. Bring your partner in the morning, create a healthy working environment, let there be smiles, let people have fun while they're working. You don't have to go to, it's not a military camp. People can still have fun and can still smile and joke. But do your job first and foremost. Then you'll see how people will flourish in that environment. Because I would want to come to work in the morning knowing that I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah. And you must be grateful.
And I must be grateful. Because grateful is a positive.
Sure.
And it's good for your mindset.
And when you say that, Coach, I was actually with you. I always repeat this because it was an amazing day for me. When we were at Gold Reef City and you were addressing the Stellenbosch United players, I remember this exact words. You put it like this. I heard it from you that, guys, you guys have to be grateful that you're playing for a professional team. So many youngsters want to be where you guys are at right now. Your games get televised on TV. You get to earn a salary for doing something that you love. So you guys have to be grateful to this brand called Stellenbosch United. Remember those words, Coach? I remember I was listening and it made sense. It makes sense again with what you're saying.
Listen, I'm not sure if I have an impact or not. The fact is they're in the MTN top 8 for the first time in their lives.
Yeah, they're playing the final. And it means you made a difference in their lives. And they promise that if they win the league, they're coming back to say thank you, Coach Zeca.
So maybe I planted the seed.
True. No, jokes aside. It's very possible, Coach. Jokes aside.
And that's the impact. Every single human being has the capacity to rewire their brain. We just need people to give us the right guidance. The proper people who care. And let's face it, Stevie Barker, just by chatting to him, you know he's that type of coach.
Yeah.
I don't see any arrogance with Steve.
No, definitely.
Soft-spoken.
True.
In actual fact, that's the next frontier in leadership. Soft-spoken. Not hard words, soft-spoken. That's how you conquer people. So the tide is changing. And people need to understand this in the corporate world, that if you want to be a good leader and you have a company and you want to make profits and you want your company to survive, you need to look after your people.
Of course.
And how do you do that? It's not with a whip. It's not with a dictator mentality. That is outdated, completely outdated. And you will pay the price. Because those people will sabotage you.
Wow. Well,
because they'll put the handbrake up.
Sure.
They won't perform on a daily basis with 100% effort. They'll perform at 60%. The fact that Stellenbosch beat Sundowns twice,
Home and away.
Home and away.
No one does that.
that says the message.
Sure.
That we had 11 players plus whoever was on the bench, 100% effort, 100% engagement, because you need to be engaged in work as well. If you go to work, I don't have to be engaged if I'm not happy.
100%.
I just do my thing.
100%.
Slow it down, do what I have to do in a day. It'll take me 3 days, just get by,
Sure.
under the radar, but I'm not being productive.
100%. I hear you, coach.
This is where Stellenbosch have shown now. They've been productive
Sure.
because everyone's giving 100% effort every single moment.
Every single training session.
Every
for that
single,
matter.
that's where it starts.
I heard that from you as well.
Yeah, every single training session.
Yeah,
that's
not
where it
not
starts.
on match day.
Because you create the behaviors, you create the habits by doing the right thing every single day.
100%.
We're not a machine. Switch on and switch off. We are people of habits. If you do the right habits every single day, it becomes easy to perform.
True.
And it
True.
becomes natural. There's
True.
nothing to think about.
Mm.
So
True.
that's why caring is so important.
Coach, I think you've explained the caring so much. I'd like us to move on to another aspect. We're still using the Springboks as our case study for the day. Then we also take it to corporate. I sense a lot of respect in that dressing room as well. In that Springbok dressing room, you see there's like mutual respect. And in anything you do, if there's no mutual respect, I don't think there's a room for success. How is respect important in whether it's in corporate or in the sporting field?
Number one, you earn respect.
Hmm.
How do you earn respect? By caring.
True, true, true.
You see how it works, hand in hand? I care about you. I respect you. I respect who you are. I respect your boundaries. I treat you with
Excuse me?
dignity, which is crucial. I treat you with dignity. You will respect me.
100%. That's how it works.
That's how it works. If I come here and I'm an idiot, and I disregard you, and I don't greet you in the morning, and I say and I'm rude, you gonna respect me?
No,
No.
of course not.
It's just 1 and 1 is 2. And people think that they can do it and still get away with it and want to be respected. So as a boss, actually the word boss shouldn't apply. As a leader, a proper leader, people respect you for how you treat them and what you bring out of them. That's why Rassi, you can see he's a soft guy. He's a genuine nice guy.
Yeah.
But work is work, schnapps is schnapps. When it's work, it's there.
Yeah.
And obviously the message is there as well. That guys, we can have fun, but when we work, we work. Because work without fun is also not enjoyable. And this is where the balance comes in.
That's another, I wanted to get into that. You also need to strike a balance between that as well, hey?
Absolutely. You cannot come there for 8 hours a day, every single day, Monday to Friday, walking like a machine or a robot and leave out there like a robot as well. That's not fun. And you'll see there's a lot of corporates at the moment, they're starting to have this relaxed mentality. You go there, there's a pinball there, there's a table tennis over here.
Some corporates even have a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know in Investec, like as soon as you walk in, you see a bar and
Yeah.
you get an allowance.
Yes.
For the
After
month.
hours, it's fine. Go and have a drink.
Yeah.
No problem. Let's celebrate success responsibly
And respectfully.
and respectfully. So this is where it starts coming. So when you talk about respect, talk about consideration. Consideration is about me thinking of you first. So if I come here every day and I look and I say, Sia, how are you doing? How is your family? I notice you're not feeling well today. I'm caring about you. You see that I'm caring about you.
Consideration.
I'm being considerate. Where else does considerate come through? Well, in many ways. When we're driving on the roads, people need to be considerate. When someone wants to come in, why must you block him? Give him a gap. Let him go in. And the best example of not being considerate are the taxi drivers, unfortunately.
I was going to get to that, coach. I was going to ask that. So what happened to the taxi drivers who we're standing in a queue, but they push in, then at the end, they can't turn anymore, then they want to force their way in.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you do in that case?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I block. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you why. I'll justify this. Because if you allow them to come in, You are conditioning behavior.
Yeah, true. I'm going to be honest with you. There's those guys who genuinely ask nicely and say, dude, can I
No
just,
problem.
ooh, and then afterwards they even say thank you,
Yes,
they
no problem.
hazard,
Yes,
and you
yes.
say thanks and you move
Yeah.
on. Then there's those guys who think they're clever.
They're clever.
No, I get the difference.
Yes. So it goes both ways. If I see that you are being inconsiderate to the rest of the traffic,
So why should I
be considerate?
100%.
That's where it comes in.
Why should I respect you if you don't respect me?
Exactly. You're disrespecting everyone else that's in the queue, and you come through on the outside, 100 meters, and you just want to come in, and we must allow you to come in. So you've disrespected 20 cars, being inconsiderate, and I must let you in. No, I'm conditioning your behavior.
True.
If I allow that, I'm telling him it's okay to do that. So how do I teach him the lesson? It's not okay to do that.
True.
You need to respect us first.
True. So, coach, just as a teaching point, next time don't do that. You must always let them, because they say that even if they are wrong and they crash you, they don't have money to fix your car. It's taxi drivers.
No, I know where to stop them.
You play around with
I
it,
play around
because
with
they
it.
say they don't even care. They can't even fix your car.
No, I play around.
Ah,
I manage it. If they accelerate, I accelerate as well.
yeah.
I just don't give them enough gap to come in.
True. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you mean.
Because if we allow it, we are conditioning their behavior.
No, you're very right, coach.
We
You're
are
very
saying
right.
it's fine to do that. It's okay to disrespect everyone. It's okay to be inconsiderate. No, they need to understand. And that's the sad part about these things, that they're not taught how to be on the road. They're not taught about what I call road manners.
True.
They're not. And the drive, when you go for your driver's license, that's why the education system is wrong. Driver's license is wrong. Because they teach you how to drive a car. But you don't drive a car. You're in the car with people around you. 100%. And how do you behave? So these things have to be, I would say, upgraded. So there's more harmony on the roads. So there's no unnecessary incidents. So there needs to be a change mentality-wise. And that's why when we talk about considerate, that's one of the key elements. And there's many other reasons. There's many other things of ways of consideration is very simple. It's me thinking about you first.
True.
Then the rest is easy.
True.
So, say for example, you go and get yourself a cup of coffee now. You go and you come back. And you didn't ask me, Coach, would you like a cup of coffee? Not being considerate.
True.
You didn't consider me.
100%.
So next time I go, how do I teach you the lesson? There's two ways. One, I can say, Sia, can I get you a cup of coffee? Because now I'm teaching you a lesson.
Yeah.
And you say, yes, thank you. I said, okay. So you realize, he offered me a cup of coffee. So there's one way of doing that. Or the other way is, I go get my cup of coffee and we walk around like animals.
Dog eats dog.
Dog eats dog mentality. You sort yourself out, I sort myself out. But that's not creating a nice, healthy environment. Can you see where it works?
Coach, now that you're on respect and we are South African and we cannot have this conversation and not use this word, what's your understanding of the term Ubuntu? Surely you've come across it.
I actually talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Actually, let me go on my laptop.
Yeah.
I've talked about it. Ubuntu, it's the value of us taking care of each other and looking after each other. Actually, let me go on my laptop. I'll get it for you now.
Okay. But it's also got to do with respect, if you think about it.
Exactly.
I think respect is the pillar of I don't know, but respect is the main one.
No, respect is everything.
Respect is everything. Because
It's everything.
under caring, like respect is just everything.
Ubuntu. I'll show you now. So I'll do a talk on this. I am because we are the belief in a universal bond of sharing that connects all humanity.
Wow.
That's Ubuntu.
That's your definition.
And it is.
So
It's
the
mine,
T.
but it's not mine. That's Ubuntu. That's the definition of Ubuntu. There it is.
I am because we are the belief in a universal bond of sharing that connects all humanity. Yeah. No, 100%.
Done. And what is Ubuntu? There we go. Togetherness. Actions impact others and society. Ubuntu. There are people in the world that talk about Ubuntu. You go to the States, people talk about this power
Wow.
of Ubuntu.
Wow.
The other day there was a topic that I actually followed in Portugal, and they spoke about Ubuntu.
No ways.
Yeah.
No ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. So people talk about Ubuntu, the power of Ubuntu, achieved by sharing ourselves with others. Relationship with other people, humanity towards others. That's Ubuntu. This is ours. It's South African.
Wow. It's a South African thing, hey?
Yes. And there we go. Ubuntu, our actions affect our environment. Empathy, it's there in Ubuntu. Effort into building relationships. Value of community and team. Self-respect. Dignity, unity and achievement. That's Ubuntu. So I'm not inventing anything. And the principles of Ubuntu, just to finalize it, is love, truth, peace, happiness, internal optimism, and inner goodness. Ubuntu is the core of human values. It's an African thing. It's South Africa. This is ours.
Yeah.
And we've lost it. We've lost it.
100%.
We need to go back to these values.
Sure.
Because this is what made the African community powerful.
Well said.
I remember the days where, even my parents, but you guys more, where if you ran out of sugar, you'd go next door and get some sugar.
The whole time. The whole time. It was a norm.
It's a norm.
It was a norm.
If you don't have this, you got your neighbor and you get it.
Yeah.
Okay? And these values have lost. They've lost down the road. Why? Because people have become independent. It's dog is dog. It's about the materialistic world now more than anything else. It's the fancy watches, the fancy clothes that make me as a human being. So we've lost the inner values of who we are. That's why I talk about character matters. So this is implemented in character matters.
Makes a lot of sense.
Because this is who we are.
Spot on, hey?
So, am I inventing the wheel? No. I'm just going back to those values.
Yeah, you always say that. I'm not inventing the wheel. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not the savior now. I'm just reflecting.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, wow, we've lost our way in society.
True.
And we need to start relooking at these values. Because what do we expect from the next generation of youngsters?
Sure.
School should be teaching these things. Because the sad part about this here is that people are literate. They know how to write. They know how to spell. They know how to add 1 and 1. But the world is not about that. The world is about the relationships with people.
True.
And success. Our success. For me to be successful, I must make you successful. That's the mentality we should have.
100%.
But because we also focus in our success, and everyone is about on their own horse, trying to achieve whatever they want to achieve so they can have their fancy cars. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with fancy cars, by the way. I love a fancy car. I love a fancy watch. Nothing wrong with that. But let's not forget our values. And in schools, we should be entrenching these values, talking about these values, talking about the power of Ubuntu. Because if we want this the next generation to be a generation where we can look up to, that generation is going to have impact on the next generation.
Of course. That's how
So
it
it's
works.
either upward spiral or downward spiral. And we've seen how many countries have gone downwards in Africa by forgetting all these values.
Most of them, if not all of them.
Well, because everything was about money. And it's fine. We need money. Can't live without money. Let's not forget these issues. Money is everything. By the way, it's not the root of all evil either. Can't blame money for that. It's a human being.
True.
Money is just a vehicle.
True.
That's all money is. Just like I get my car to get from A to B, money gives me the opportunity to buy what I want.
Yeah.
It's a vehicle. It's not the root of evil. We are the root of evil.
Wow.
By not conforming to these values on a daily basis with each other in the corporate world, backstabbing. So can you see where it comes in? It's more complicated than what it is.
And
But
it all
yes,
boils down to respect.
and respect is definitely one. Respect for me, it's the anchor of in society for us to have a healthy relationship.
Corporate as well, coach.
Absolutely. If my leader doesn't respect me, I'm not going to respect him.
100%.
That's number one. Number two, it's going to affect my production.
Of course.
My performance is going to be affected. Definitely.
Of course.
And here's the sad part. Because we're all in teams, because in a working environment, we all work together. Whatever happens to you, we as working colleagues, also feel it.
I get it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So when these leaders, supposedly leaders, think they're only nailing you, they're not. Because everyone else is feeling your pain, because they are all colleagues.
True.
And they start saying, but hang on, this guy is disrespecting Sia. He's not being honest with Sia.
Yeah.
He's not being correct with Sia. That's not right. What he did was wrong. And then they start aligning him to you. Once they start aligning to you, you're no longer by yourself. Now it's him against everyone.
Me against the world.
That's the power. And people forget these things. People think, oh, I'm just going to nail him. No, you're not nailing him. You're nailing him, and everyone is feeling the same pain, and everyone's going to align with him.
Sure.
Because there's management and there's staff. And staff will stick to staff. It's just the same thing with the team. That's why when say you lose in the change room, you lose the change room when you start affecting one or two individuals. Because they're all friends, they're all colleagues. And then they start aligning there. And they start saying, no, but this guy's not being honest. This guy's not being fair. He's not being considerate. He doesn't care about Sia. So if he doesn't care about Sia, he doesn't care about us, man. Because next it's me, then it's you, then it's you.
And that's how it works.
And that's how it works. Exactly. Can you see the power of these values in the human world? And obviously, be polite. It's decent. Isn't it better to be polite than being rude?
No one wants to deal with someone who's arrogant, and people gravitate more towards someone who's humble, polite, soft-spoken, and
Yeah.
That's very true.
And you know the sad part for me is that companies spend millions on advertising and marketing to attract customers. Yet the interaction is between the staff. Where's your first point of interaction? Staff. Where's the impact? Staff. So if I come into your environment and you at the counter, for example, and you're rude and you're not polite and you don't smile, I'll walk out and I'll say, I'm not going back to this company.
Of course.
So all the money is spent in marketing and advertising and saying that we are the best and these are our values. You as the staff have just killed it.
Sure.
Why? Because he doesn't respect you. So why? So can you see the impact?
Yeah, I get it.
Put you in a negative mood. And I walk in as a client and I confront with you. And you go, can I help you? Well, yeah, let me see what I can do. I'll get back to you. And you go behind there and you disappear for 15 minutes. You have a cup of coffee. Talk to your mates.
Yeah.
And here I am at the counter waiting. I'm sabotaging. So, look after your staff. And the staff will look after your clients. So you don't have to spend so much money on advertising and marketing and throwing money down the drain if you're not looking after your staff. Your staff is the most valuable person. 100%. Same thing in football. Same principles here. That's why I was adamant every team I went to that look after the players. Let's be decent with them. Because these are the guys that are going to play on Saturday. So that's where respect comes in. Where else can we go? Yeah, we can talk about be thoughtful of other people's feelings. You know, sometimes we wake up in the morning and we're not always in a good mood.
True.
We don't know what happened overnight. You know, I can come here, you can walk in, I can walk in feeling down, something happened, maybe my son, I had to rush him to the hospital, whatever. There's many reasons. And I walk in and you say to me, oh, you're in a bad mood today. Well, that's the wrong comment to say.
How do you say it, Coach?
Well, I would say, I noticed that you're always in a jovial mood.
What's up today?
What's up today? How can I help you?
I get it.
Do you need someone to speak to? Simple approach. Being empathetic. Instead of going, oh, see, you woke up in a bad mood today. And you've just been stuck in traffic, by the way.
Literally.
And you're fuming. And you walk in here and you're late. And I go, Sia, hey, why are you late?
True. I get it.
Wrong thing to say.
I get it. At that time. True. I get it.
Can you see now? That's where emotional intelligence comes in. That's where picking your words wisely comes in. And it can affect the day. It can set the mood for the whole day.
It does do. It does happen like that.
And now you're going to work with me, plus another 6 people here. You're in a bad mood, and you're going to say something. Now you've put me in a bad mood.
Bad energies.
Bad energies all the way.
Yeah. Coach, I want to ask you something. You spoke about, when you are in the topic of respect, you spoke about if there's no respect in an environment, normally the staff won't be happy and they won't deliver what they're supposed to deliver. I want to ask this question, Coach. We saw what has been happening now recently in our football, especially it's big in Europe currently. People are complaining that the players are overworked. There's so many games, the new fixture, they are adding more teams in the World Cup, they are changing the format. Based on the respect, do you think are the players in general, or more in Europe, because that's where the complaints are mostly coming from, do you think they're respected? And do you think if you ever overload them with games, can they perform to their best?
Never. See, it's a good point that you said it's mostly in Europe. It's not actually mostly in Europe. It's all over
the world.
It's just that the FIFA has had the courage to stand
they
up.
are vocal about, I get it.
Others, tolerate it. That's the difference. However, having said that, and you're so right, footballers are human beings. And I've seen, we saw the Euro now. How bad was that? Okay. And now, and I saw that again last week during the Nations Cup.
The Nations League, yes.
And I was looking at it, and I was looking at it through different eyes. I was trying to analyze that on Saturday, 2 weeks before, these players were on fire playing for their clubs. A week later, the handbrake is up. And they're just playing football. Then it dawned on me, wait, these guys are managing themselves now.
Meaning
that they've got to manage their physical aspect, the physical conditioning. Because if they come here and they play 100% again, they're going to burn out before the year. So they're using these competitions. That's why football's gone downhill in the. This is my opinion.
Especially the Nations League was not up to scratch.
No, it's just too much. So what do the players do? Okay, so we're going away for 10 days. We're getting a call up for 10 days. I must manage myself. Because they don't run a lot when they go there. It's all tactical work and set pieces. There's not much to do. There's not much conditioning, to be honest, because the conditioning is done at the clubs. So what do? They manage themselves. So when they play, they manage themselves as well. They just do enough, obviously. The opposition is doing the same. So it's almost like a friendly agreement. Guys, okay, listen to you play at 60, we'll play at 60%. And we'll just play, it looks lovely. Supporters are going there, they're just taking selfies. They don't care about the game in any case. But it's impacting the game negatively. So I'll give you some stats.
Yes, please.
So, I think at this stage, number one, FIFA and the UEFA are bullying the players.
So in other words, FIFA, the leaders, which is FIFA and UEFA, don't have respect for their employees, basically.
They don't.
If it is in corporate terms.
Absolutely. They're just flogging the players. The players are the asset, and they must go and play. Because there's revenue coming from those.
Of course. The more games, the better.
The more they play.
TV rights and.
So they don't care. Before, we had 4 weeks pre-season. Actually, 4 weeks break after the season ended. 4 weeks. There was a break. 4 weeks. Game ended in May, started middle of June. It was literally a 4-week break.
A month.
A month break. Where the players went and they recharged the batteries.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's 10 days.
Shoo.
They finish. They join the league. They join the national team. Straight away. From there, start training. Playing. Competition. Flying. Traveling. In a hotel. Out the hotel. I mean, people that travel won't understand. Traveling tires you. So now you're in and out of hotels, in the bus, out the bus. Then you go and play. You got to play 100%. Not only are you mentally fatigued, but you're physically dead. So what do? Okay, I'm going to use this game to recover. And you just play enough. That's why the standard has dropped. Because it doesn't make sense that this guy, the week before, was on fire. And now 10 days later he's playing bad for the national team. And then the national team coach gets blamed.
Sure.
No, this coach must go. No, the players they're up to here.
Coach, I look at a guy like Mbappe. I mean, Mbappe played until probably the last game in the French league, went to the Euros. almost even played in the Olympics, but they said no. Then season starts, he's now hit the ground running at Real Madrid. When does he rest?
Well, exactly. When does he rest?
Yeah.
Now, this is the interesting part here. Coaches need to do coaching courses so that they're competent and skilled.
Mm-hmm.
Conditioning coaches need to go to varsity.
Yes, sir.
Everyone needs to be an expert. The physio is an expert.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is an expert to manage the human being, to condition the player properly, not to overload him, not to work below the normal standard. Administrators have thrown all that away and they said, no, you're going to play. So what's the point of all these things? When the people who have the power have overridden everyone else. That's why I say they just manage. The players are managing it now. And I think most of these national team coaches, their hands are tied because they realize that they can't demand from a player when he can't give anymore. So by December, the player is nearly gone. So I'm going to give you some stats. Vinicius played 369 games in a year.
What? 369 games?
At the age of 21. Ronaldinho, at his age, when Ronaldinho was 21, played 163 games.
Almost half.
Almost half. In the whole year, that's what you played. National team, this game, Champions League, League Cup. At the age of 21, Vinicius, 369. Ronaldinho, 163. Half, less than half. Of course you're going to recover. Of course you're going to be fit, mentally fit more than anything else. Of course you're not going to hate the game anymore. Because now you're getting drained. It's the psychological pressure of every game as well that drains you. Game after game drains you emotionally. Because it's the pressure of going out there and winning and competing at the highest level. So that's just one. 17%, 88% play for the club, 17% play for the. There's no safeguards anymore. FIFA don't care about the players.
True. Clearly.
So players are mentally, physically exhausted. The pressures of the game are draining them. Some guys are thinking that by the age of 25 they might even retire because they can't cope with it anymore.
Even Pep Guardiola and Kevin De Bruyne came out guns blazing about that they just can't do it anymore. It's too much.
Yeah. So that's the problem we have. Before 4 weeks rest, nowadays 10. Come on. But you want the machine. You want the performance. FIFA and UEFA are selling us a dream. And they're taking the money.
The more games, the better for them, eh? Because more television rights and.
Look at what happens. Look at the new format now for the Champions League. It's a league system. There's more games. The World Cup, how many extra games are going to be in the World Cup, the next World Cup?
About 8, because they're adding, I think, another... But they're definitely going big. They're moving from 32 to... What are they on 24? No, from 32 to, I think, 42 or something like that. 10 more teams.
10 more teams. The next World Cup is Canada, States, Mexico.
Exactly.
You know how much traveling there's going to be.
Sure.
Okay, although they're going to play in clusters, but eventually you have to move
Yeah,
somewhere. Eventually you have to travel somewhere.
Of course.
That's the bottom line. So that's the schedule that these players need to deal with.
And it drops the standard, eh?
Of course. So yeah, because the players need to start managing it. I don't even watch these Nations Cups anymore and things like this. It's a waste of time. There's no more 100% effort from the players. I saw Portugal play the other day, and I'm like, that's when I started thinking about this. I'm like, wait. Something's not right here. These guys were playing last week, and they were
on fire. Yeah.
10 days later, they come here, and they're playing at 60%. No. That's when I started reflecting, and I started creating my own conspiracy theory, by the way. That because then I switched from Portugal's game to another channel and another channel. I'm saying, hey man, but the intensity is not high. The intensity is so much lower. Then I realized, hang on, they might be managing themselves. Because they run the risk of injury. They run the risk of fatigue, which is even worse. Burnout. Burnout is physical and mental exhaustion.
So, Coach, if you had it your way, you'd go back to the playing once a week in
Absolutely.
those days?
Yeah.
Because they used to play once a week.
Once a week.
Only sometimes they would play on Wednesday if they're playing catch-up football. It was not a standard that Wednesday there's a game.
What has killed football has been TV. And I think greediness is the other. In actual fact, greediness and then TV. Because they sold the dream that the games need to be on television, which is great. People want to see more football. No, actually, people want to see good football, not more football.
Yeah, you're right. More good football.
More good football, not more football.
True.
Because if you're going to put football for the sake of playing, this is what we're seeing at the moment. It's from one to another. I mean, the season ends next year. There we go. Bang. Nations Cup. Straight away. And then the season starts again. And then it's just like it's a roller coaster at the moment for the players. So the players are getting to a stage that they wake up in the morning and they're starting to hate the game because there's just too much football, too much demand, and it's becoming longer for them. You know, before you used to train for 2-3 hours, go home.
Now they spend the whole day in that.
Now they spend the whole day. So they get home and they're frustrated. That's why they allow the wives to go with them now, because a soccer camp, well, a World Cup is no longer 3 weeks. It becomes a month now. You've just finished the whole season. Now you come home for a week and you're away again.
Then by the time the World Cup ends,
you're back at the club.
Probably sometimes by the time the World Cup ends, some teams have already got together for pre-season.
Absolutely. You see now how it works. The first week, the players that come from the World Cup, they take off 10 days or whatever.
Sure.
But 10 days is not enough.
Sure.
Before it used to be a month. So this is why I say there's too much happening. We're killing the sport. The players are definitely going to burn out. They already talking. The first time that FIFPro wrote a report, it was quite a elaborate one as well.
For someone sitting at home who might know what FIFPro is, can you please just
It's the players' union, basically, the worldwide. Yeah. So basically, they look after all these situations. But in South Africa, we're still okay. We don't have too many competitions. There's still that period of wait.
Speaking of South Africa, sorry, just to chip in there. I know you're not going to agree with me on this one because it means so much to you. Do you think there's a need for the top 8? Because some people argue that, but why do you need a top 8? There's the League Cup, which is now it's the Black Label. Then it's our FA Cup, which is the Nedbank Cup, and the League. Where is the top 8 going? Where in the world have you ever heard of a top 8? People are saying that. I know you're going to say there's definitely a need because the trophy you won with Morocco Swallow.
No, after I won the trophy, they must get away with it. No, there was never a need.
There isn't a need, eh?
No, that's another competition. So, yes, I understand the concept. It's great for the clubs because it's a bit of a pre-season program for them. But if you get out that first round, you're gone in any case.
True.
So what's the value?
The point?
Yeah. Again, it's all about revenue. It's all about filling the coffers. There's definitely no... For me, the competitions in the country should be League,
the League Cup, and the FA Cup.
Not even the League Cup.
Just the League and the FA Cup. Done.
What's the League Cup? Between the second division and the first division, really? That's where the other cup comes in any case. So it's distracting from the other competitions. It's adding more games unnecessarily, to be fair. We don't need more games. We need quality games. We need short, a proper season like we had before.
True.
Come in, play, start in August, finish in May, 1 month break, go away, come back fresh, physically, mentally, charged up, ready to play again. That was when football was at the highest standard. Because the players knew this is what we are for. Now they have to manage. Okay, we've got the MTN. Okay, this is a Mickey Mouse tournament. Okay, let's go and play. Yeah, okay. And depending on the club, some clubs, players will put effort because if they're getting some money as bonus, they'll play.
It's the quickest way to...
quick. Yeah. Otherwise, if the clubs don't give them a proper bonus, the players don't care.
Do you think we'll ever get rid of it? I mean, like, I think it's become somewhat traditional. If I mention the word BP Top 8, I'm sure it rings a bell to you. So it's always been... I grew up with BP Top 8 as well. So it's something that's always going to be there, I think.
Yeah, but again, you talk to people and they'll just say...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, most coaches say that it's just a waste of...
It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's revenue. That's all it is. It's revenue for the league. That's all it is. Yes, and someone wins a cup and everyone's happy because everyone's on this emotional roller coaster. But I can tell you now, if you get knocked out in the early stages, you're
over.
happy. Yeah, you're happy. Yeah. Done.
Then you can focus on the
league.
On the brilliant pattern.
Yeah, exactly. At Swallows, we focused on the MTN top 8 if we could, and we did, because it was a good financial boost.
8 million.
It was 8 million to the coffers.
They just increased it this year to 10 million. Eh?
Yeah.
It's always been 8 million until this year.
So for us, it was, if we can, it's great. If we can't, it's fine. And we were fortunate. But the teams that don't need it, they're like, oh, let's get out. Why do you think, listen, take nothing away from Stellenbosch? Do you think in normal circumstances Sundowns players would have lost it?
And Sundowns only starts knowing the MTN 8, eh? That's what their coach even said.
So, what does it tell you? They've got African competitions, they've got this, they've got that.
They've got bigger fish to fry.
They've got bigger fish to fry. Do they need the money? They don't need the money.
Of course not.
So, I don't say the players go out there and they lost on purpose, but it's not the same impact.
Coach, I'm just curious. When you were at Morocco Swallows, did you... I know in other teams, if you win a trophy, the team takes half, then the other half goes to the players and technical team, and then other teams say, nope, you are getting a job, you won the trophy and it's part of your job. Did you guys get to share with you, the players?
We did.
Oh.
We got half.
Oh, you got half and the team kept
we
half.
got half, the club kept half, because, you know, if you want to win things, you got to pay players.
And Coach, tell how does it work if they say just for a teaching moment because you are there and there's no other person to ask than you? Does the technical team get slightly more, then the players get slightly less, or everyone divides the half equally?
So my contract was, if I win trophies, there's a percentage of the value of the trophy. So if I won the league, for example, there's a percentage. If I won the trophy, there's a percentage. So for every trophy I won, there's a percentage.
So it differs from team to team.
Yeah. And then they can break it down pro rata. Obviously, that's one way of doing it. So they pay me my portion. There's X amount left. Then they'll take X amount. Some clubs might, at Swallows, we included everyone, kid manager, everyone. I think that was part and parcel of what we did. Yeah. So I said everyone gets paid because everyone contributes. You can't just give the players. Or you can give the players, and the players were amongst themselves, which we did the 1 year. Everyone gave 1,000 rand, and then we gave to the kid manager, the bus driver, and someone else.
Wow, coach.
Yeah, because you know you're getting 25. Everyone gives 1,000 rand.
True. I mean,
you get a bit of a bonus.
True.
It's just fair, you know. But that came from my suggestion, and we just did it. The MTN pro rata played X amount of time. Oh, and also if you played 1 minute, you don't get the full bonus.
Wow.
Because it's not fair. It's pro rata.
Yeah, these things are complicated, eh?
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah. But coach, if you didn't select me, I mean,
you still get. So if I don't select you, everyone gets. If you're in a squad and you've never been picked, you still get a fee. You get that fee.
Oh, fair enough. No, that's fair.
Yeah. So you get a fee.
That's fair.
So never play. It's not your fault. I can't blame you. It's a tactical decision. But if you never played at all, that's the minimum you get.
No, fair. It means you didn't give enough at training.
Yes.
Coach, can you believe that our time is slowly but surely about to run out?
I think
Believe
we need to make it a 2-hour program.
Believe it, and I cannot let you go, Coach. Before I ask you this one, just in summary, as we wrap it up, the EPL is back. I'm excited. There's a big game happening this weekend. It's the London Derby. Tottenham Hotspurs take on Arsenal. Arsenal are hyped up, and we all heard the good news that Michael Arteta has increased his contract till 2027 now. I just want you. It would be unfair for to say who's gonna win the game. Like, it's just guesswork. But how do you think the game would turn out? London Derby. Excited about it on Sunday, 3:00. As we wrap it up, Coach.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm not.
Why not?
It's just another game.
No way. It's the London Derby, Coach.
I know, but for me, it's just too much football.
I get it.
It's just too much.
I get it.
I've just gone to a situation where, like, I don't even worry about it. But point taken, it is the London Derby.
The London Derby.
And Spurs and Arsenal, both.
Yeah.
I think it's all to do for Spurs. If Spurs need to win.
Of course.
You know, let's put it this way. They always in the shadows of Arsenal, especially the last few years.
Of course.
So it's their time to start showing. They talk a lot, they say a lot, but it's time to show on the field. I'm glad Arteta has been rewarded.
Yeah. Deservingly.
And this is why I respect the English football. The coaches stay there for a long time. And he's done well, so he deserves it. And I think with the vision that is brought on, that's easy to implement or continue implementing. Basically what Arsene Wenger did. So if you look at Arsenal, they're the club that's kept the managers the longest, excluding Man United
obviously.
before with Ferguson.
Yeah.
That's a once off. But then since then it's been Arteta.
True.
Technically.
True.
And now it's renewing. So it was 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Plus another.
Since it was first 2019.
Yeah. So
It arrived in 2019.
so it will be a proper 10-year stint.
Wow.
That's longevity.
Yeah, that's longevity.
Then you can plan.
He's done well, hey?
Yeah.
And what's happening in the Portuguese league as we sum it up? I know you always keep an eye on that one.
Nah, you know what? To be honest, not much. It gets under wraps again. Porto play, Benfica play. It's just the normal thing.
Just too much football.
No.
More and more football.
I'll be honest. I prefer watching a Formula One race.
Wow.
If there's a Formula One race in a game of football, I watch Formula One.
No ways, guys.
Or I watch motorbikes. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
No,
you.
it's just
You've
too
always
much.
said it that,
Yeah.
dude, I've been in football for all
No.
these years, so I'm not going to
No.
sit in my couch and my spare time
No.
and watch more football.
No, it's just too much. Even Champions League, I watch the first few games, and when I'm watching, I'll switch over.
I get it.
Fortunately now, see, we're going to do the Portuguese channel back at Super Sport with the, with
nice.
the Champions League, at least on Tuesday, the build-up and all that. So I have to watch because we've got to know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, I watch History Channel, I watch other
I
programs,
get it.
check the result at the end. Super Sport in the morning, check the results. Okay, this is
We
it.
move.
Move on. Yeah, no.
Yeah. There's also Curry Cup action happening this weekend. It's a big one. It is tomorrow. It is the Cheetahs who play against the Lions at Ellis Park, and later on it's the Blue Bulls and the Sharks at Loftus Versfeld. Exciting ones.
You see, I prefer watching that.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Those are
I
hamsters.
prefer what between rugby and football. I watch rugby.
Well,
And people can't believe it. I'm like,
yeah.
what?
No, I know. I'm definitely watching the Kaiser Chiefs
Yeah.
game. I'm gonna watch the highlights of the Bulls and Sharks. I want to see what Kaiser Chiefs has in store. So you watch the rugby. I'll watch the football. Then we'll come back next week Friday to give a report.
Perfect.
Coach, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
yeah.
Once again,
Thank
it's
you.
been an amazing one. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. I like the teachings, more than the football. We always say it's not about the 1-0s and the 2-0s, but it's about the human side of things, I actually enjoyed learning about caring and respect. The long way that it goes, Thank you so much, Coach.
No, it's a pleasure. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
It's my passion.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you
yeah.
so much, Coach. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. If you've been watching from Facebook Live, thank you so much. If you've been tuning in from the traditional FM, thank you so much as well. Do stay tuned into Kofifi FM. After this, it is the Mukiting Hour. We take it back to old school. Old school Kwaito will be on your radio stations and your speakers wherever you are. Put on your dancing shoes. Trust me, you will dance. Otherwise, let's meet again on Coffee Sport on Monday, 6 o'clock. We out.